Well, there's steam coming from the car and the team say they're ready within a few minutes to attempt a new steam land speed record. No one's achieved this for over a century. But we're about to find out if this team of British engineers have got what it takes. There's nothing new in steam engineering. In fact, at the dawn of motoring, it was as serious a contender as the internal combustion engine.
In the heyday of steam, the steam cars were far more practical and faster than the internal combustion, the gasoline engines and the diesel engines. In fact, the Stanley Brothers car back in 1906 was the fastest vehicle on the planet.
On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair.
An upturned canoe on a conventional steam car chassis. The result, the sort of aerodynamics never seen before. The Stanley steamer, driven by Fred Marriott, set a world record of 127 miles per hour.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Which is where Charles Burnett III comes in.
In honor of you guys, I'm wearing the NASA helmet today.
A multi-millionaire eccentric with the cash to make an engineering steam dream a record-breaking reality.
It seems to me that we ought to be able to have two world records, actually. First one being for the overall, obviously, steam land speed record, and the other one being for having broken the oldest standing automotive record in the world.
It all started 10 years ago on Charles's English estate. A team of British engineers given free rein to tinker in a shed to create a car which would reach new record-breaking speeds. And alongside Charles, a test driver with pedigree, grandson of Sir Malcolm Campbell and nephew of the ill-fated Donald Campbell.
If I wasn't a Campbell, then I wouldn't be doing it, for sure. Following in the footsteps, they're very big footsteps to follow in, and there's no way that I'm trying to emulate the achievements of Sir Malcolm or Donald. But if I can add one world record to that long list that they've established, then I'll be happy with that, yes.
Thorney Island, Portsmouth. The pressure's rising in the steam team, with project manager Matt Candy hoping the car will deliver the perfect test run for the waiting press.
It's a great day for a run. Yeah, we've got some sun. At the moment, the wind is down. We won't want to run in anything more than 15 miles an hour, but it's low wind at the moment.
The pin's stuck. If in doubt, fix it with a hammer.
It is a quintessentially eccentric project. It's barking mad when you look at it, really. Why would anybody want to get a kettle, for all intents and purposes, to do 170 miles an hour?
Barking mad, maybe, but from his Hampshire hideaway, the perfect project for a tycoon with a passion for engineering exploration.
I think it's very important that people's imaginations be allowed to roam freely, because unfortunately the trend in science these days is you don't get funding unless your peers say it's a worthwhile project, etc., etc. But many of the great discoveries in science, as we know, have been made purely by accident or by somebody investigating something that's totally unrelated to their field.
Small, portable, compact steam power hasn't been done for a long, long time. Steam makes 80% of the world's electricity. Large steam turbines are very, very commonplace. But putting that on wheels and getting it up to record-breaking power is the challenge.
Back in the shed with the car up on bricks, I get a peek under the bonnet.
We actually use kettle elements from a genuine kettle to heat the water, to heat the gas, to turn
Seems appropriate for that when it's steam.
It seemed the right thing to do. So we start with some equipment from caravans and a kettle. Yes, it has an essence of eBay about it, but we try to maintain a certain professionalism.
Water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Fact. Well, at least that's what I thought. Our clever engineers are breaking all the rules by putting their steam under immense amounts of pressure, thus superheating it to over 400 degrees centigrade. If you're a health and safety officer, look away now.
There's lots of safety things, but in a worst case scenario, there's a lot of energy stored on board. So from a health and safety point of view, you're far enough away here, but if something goes wrong, then you just go away and we'll sort ourselves out.
It's amazing. There's this massive cloud. It even blocked out the sun at one point.
Yes, we make our own rain. It's a very English thing to do. Take your own weather with you and drink lots of tea. That's why our steam project is right up our street.
The Thorney Island runway's not long enough to go full pelt, but it's enough to prove the 3-ton car, so far reliably unreliable, actually works. And bingo, 80 miles an hour may not be enough to break the record, but it's more than enough to give the team hope that after 10 years, it's a step closer.
We got one in the bag. That's all right. Yeah.
That's all right.
Good. Yeah.
You're gonna jump around.
Get the record next. Yeah. It's makes a good noise, doesn't it?
That was sweet. It really was good. The car is just so powerful. You can feel the immense forces and power inside it, and it's itching to get away. It makes a slow getaway, but it was building up speed, and we were still accelerating coming up the runway.
Fantastic. To see her just go by with that whoosh of steam and the sound, and you can hear the turbine, you can see the parachute deploy. We're going to do it. You know, we are going to do it. It's going to go.
Next stop, America, and one of the biggest test tracks in the world. Now, we're 75 miles north of Los Angeles, and this is basically the Mojave Desert. Rattlesnakes and scorpions lurking nearby, but this is the place where the British team hope to make history this week. Having been vetted by the Pentagon, the team's allowed to set up camp on the dry lake bed at Edwards Air Force Base. First problem, ironically for a car which runs on steam, it's simply too hot out here. Testing's abandoned.
It's a record-breaking car. It's technology that's new, so we are a test bed, and heat we always knew was going to be a problem, but I don't think we were expecting it to be quite this hot at the moment, and it is unseasonably hot here.
So how do you stop a car designed for superheat from, well, overheating? While half the team ponders that one, the other half gets to work on the lake bed. Now, as I've only just joined the steam team here at their base camp, they've suggested something of an, well, initiation. It involves going out in the middle of the desert in this midday heat. It's well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. They say it's called fodding. They haven't told me anything more about it, but there's definitely a touch of Mad Dogs and Englishmen about this one.
Edwards ground, this is test stops 2. Request permission to enter lake bed with 2 vehicles for FOD walk, over.
Test stops 2, proceed on lake bed, runway 1533.
I keep my eyes wide open all the time, because you're mine. I walk the line.
Foreign object debris, and that's what we're out here to do, is collect all the foreign objects and the stones that is about ½ a centimetre plus. It might, you know, seem funny coming out sweeping a desert, but I can assure you this is really, really important to the operation.